What is up, you guys? So today I have to be quite quiet because my family is still trying to sleep even though it's almost 11 o'clock. But today I want to talk to you about a very touchy subject for me, and that is the subject of homophobia and how it affects gay people. Now, the first thing I want to talk to you about is something that actually happened to me and my group of friends who went gay pride. Basically, literally just further down from the Hoe in Plymouth, there's this little like street bit with like a wall. Now, this black guy, bear in mind, this black guy who should be a lot more accepting of this kind of stuff through what his ancestors have been through and all of that stuff. But this guy stood on this wall and preached against gay pride and like against everything to do with like gay people and stuff, literally just down the road from where gay pride was happening. Now, I get that some people have their own beliefs and that this sort of thing doesn't kind of make them happy or something, if that makes any sense. But to do that in the middle of gay pride, where it is pretty much the one day where we can go and be ourselves around other people who are the same, like, that's just wrong. You can't do that to someone and not think that it's bad and that you shouldn't be doing it. And I saw the same guy preaching it again on Tuesday in town. See, now that was pretty much the first one, because you can't do that. It's gay pride. It's the one day where everyone feels normal and they don't feel bad about it. And you're there preaching literally just down the road, making literally pretty much everyone angry at you. Eventually he got moved away by the police and stuff. But, like, you can't do that. And now, the second video I want to talk to you about is from Kids React. Now, I love Vine Brothers Entertainment, but they make a really good point with one of these facts. And, like, I think this is a lesson for everyone. Now, it says, Justice Kennedy wrote in his statement, this is about the election when gay marriage was accepted. No union is more profound than marriage, for it embodies... I can't see that for shit. For it embodies the highest ideals of love, fidelity, devotion, sacrifice, and family. Hope is not to be condemned to live in loneliness, excluded from one of civilization's oldest institutions. They ask for dignity in eyes of the law, and the Constitution grants them that. Now, that is a very deep statement, and bear in mind this is from a justice who is like in the White House trying to get it like accepted, I think. I mean, I hope, but that statement is life lesson for everyone. Hope is not to be condemned in loneliness. Now, try and remember that when you meet someone who's different than you. You might not accept their views and how they feel about things, but like, it's not up to you, and it's not a choice to them. It's something that you're like born like you don't choose this sort of thing, and it's not something that you can change within like an instant. So I want you guys to try and remember that when like stuff like this is going on, and you might not accept it, but that is who that person is, and you can't change that. Now, the next video is now this video is really something that I consider important, because basically there's this guy who is very religious, and turns out that these new gay couple this new gay couple moves in next door to him, and they have a daughter. Now, this guy, at first, is really not accepting of the idea at all. He secludes himself in his house, he doesn't ask for help from them, and eventually, he's lying in his bed after a while, and he reads out this passage from the Bible, and they really zoom in on it, and it really impacts you. And it reads, "Teacher, which is the great commandment in the law? And he said to him, You shall love your Lord, your God, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the great and first commandment, and the second is like it. You shall love your neighbor as yourself. On these commandments depend all the law and the prophets." Now, this passage is very impacting on me in general, because it says, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, how are you going to dignify a neighbor? It could be someone who lives next door to you, but for most people, it means everyone, and everyone in the world, no matter who they are. Love them as yourself, because they are no different than you. And after that, it has this little bit, and oh my god, I died when I read this. It said, Jesus showed us that being present or in close proximity doesn't mean we condone or condemn them. It just means we have become a friend, and that's always the best place to start. Now, that is pretty much all I have for you guys. The main message of this is, if you have a friend who comes up gay and you're not really accepting of like who they are, you can change it. And I think it's really important that after all of these videos, I have seen that the younger generation who are like barely even like 12 to 16 are a lot more accepting than their own parents. I saw this at least 5-year-old girl with this mum, and she was a lot more accepting of this gay woman than her mum was. The mum didn't change at all, because I watched this video where they got homophobes and gays to hug, and for most of them, they changed because they realised that gay people are just normal people. Like, that's it. They're just normal, regular people, and the fact that people think that they're like aliens or whatever you want to call them is ridiculous. Now, that, unfortunately, is all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This is a really deep and important subject to me, and I hope that you guys find it important too, because that's what we're here for. We're here to open people's minds and not make them closed. So I am gonna go and clear the skies and go out, because I said I would meet someone, and I will see you guys tomorrow. No, next week. I'm used to saying tomorrow. I will see you guys next week. Adios, my fellow Pegasi.